Hey, what's up, boys? How we doing, man? Yo, I got a little story time video for you guys. I got a little story that happened to me last night, and this is just it's a funny story, and it's just a testament to the kind of people that we turn into, and when we go on SR, and basically like versus my old self, right? Me and my boy Martin talked about this on our podcast last night, but I wanted to make a video about this, right? So this is about how hanging out with females and essentially going and trying to get laid and things like that, chasing women, doing that whole thing changes, all right, as soon as we go on SR, and how essentially, you put on that new pair of glasses and you can kind of see, well, you kind of change. I mean, your outlook on everything changes, right? It's like you stop focusing on the women as much. You stop thinking about women and getting laid. Obviously, we're on a spiritual path trying to eliminate our lust. The goal is to not think about women as much. But situations pop up, right? Situations still pop up. There's still women. We still have a sex drive. So we got to be able to check ourselves when these things happen, right? So last night I was chilling, right? I was trying to make a video. I was making that video about how our seed is our spiritual Wi-Fi connection, right? I was trying to make that video, bro, like 5, 6, 7 times. I forget how many times I tried to film it, but I kept getting interrupted, right? And on the last try, trying to film that video, and I remember I was talking to you guys, I was like, this is the last try I'm going to try to film this video. This one seems like it's going to be going good. Hopefully nobody interrupts me, because I have a bunch of roommates, and they kept interrupting me and shit. I'm trying to record this video, right? And, bro, my roommate comes in, right? And he's just like starts screaming my name. He's like, Sebastian, come here. I'm like, what? And he's like, essentially, he doesn't tell me anything. He's just like, yo, go get a nice outfit on, go hop in the shower, I got something for you. I'm like, okay, what is this dude talking about, And I'm like, what do you mean? I was chilling, I was about to make this video. I was kind of annoyed because I got interrupted, bro, for like the 6th or 7th time, trying to make this video. And he's still just like, don't worry about it, go put on a really nice outfit, put on a nice shirt, go get dressed, bro, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, dude, what is it? Like, just tell me. So he proceeds to come over to me, right? Shows me his cell phone. He's like, it's a picture of this girl. He's like, I got a homegirl that I want to chill with, bro. Like, this girl, and this is her friend. And her friend, said, bring a friend. And, like, I need you to be my wingman. Come on, it's guaranteed. You're going to get laid for sure. And I'm just like, bro, I looked at this picture, and our discernment goes way up on SR, you guys. I know you guys feel me, but I seen the picture of this girl, bro, and you know what I mean? Jezebel, the alarms went off. I'm just like, I could see by the just her energy in this picture was just like, bro, I'm not about to go waste my time chilling with this girl when this girl probably just wants to get laid as well. She probably just wants to have sex as well, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So, I had to obviously tell dude, I was like, bro, like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in going to do that. And he looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm just like, dude, like, I'm just not into the whole casual sex thing anymore, man. It's just not my scene, bro. Then I went into, the whole thing, how I'm just trying to stay away from that, and I'm on semen retention. I explained, to a couple of my roommates, like, what SR was, and it looked at me like I was an alien. You guys looked at me like I was crazy, dog. I'm just like, but I don't care. I like, a couple of them are already new, and then they're hip to it, and they know like why I do it, and A couple of them are possibly going to try doing it. One of them actually said he's tried it before, but didn't last too long. But the point is that when I said no, you guys, he looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. Free pussy, come get laid. I'm just like, dog. Like, as soon as I seen that picture, I'm like, absolutely not. My old self would have jumped on that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like God's got a hold of me, you guys. God's got a hold of me, so much to where that really sounded like a terrible time, a waste of time. It sounded like it was just be a waste of time. So definitely said no, went inside. All the roommates are like, they were calling me a pussy, calling me all types of shit, don't be a pussy, just go get laid. I'm just like, absolutely not. It's a testament to like how you really change, bro, from inside and out, to where I'd rather stay at home, record a couple videos and a podcast, for you guys, and do something for my spiritual well-being and tap in with God rather than wasting time spending with this girl who I have no business being around and who wants to just have casual sex. You feel me? Never even met this person. You know what I mean? Never even met this person. No, I'm not interested in any of that shit. So it was just crazy to me how dude came, the energy that he had when he basically came in was just bombarding me and was like, yo, go get dressed, go get in the shower. I got a surprise for you. Homeboy didn't even tell me what we were doing. I'm like, whoa, like slow down, first of all right, just tell me what the fuck you're talking about, and he's just like, he just assumed that what he had going on was like a for sure, I would have for sure wanted to come with. I'm just like, nah, bro, like, that's just not me, bro. That's the old me, Hopefully you guys can relate, but it was a powerful experience, and it was a little difficult, standing up to the roommates and kind of explaining myself as to why I didn't want to go, So that is what it is, people, you're going to have these experiences, you guys, where you're going to have to kind of explain yourself in certain situations, and everybody else, there's a large portion of the world who's still living in their lust and still doing these types of things, casual sex, with these encounters with these females, going on dating apps and all this stuff, you guys, and we got to be the guys who are saying no to that, and serving God and being obedient and working on ourselves spiritually, being on SR, elevating spiritually and growing, in all these other areas. We're not just focused on women and sex. I feel like, guys these days are so focused on women. It's like, oh, I'm just going to go hang out with this girl. Like, I got plans with this girl. Like, all guys care about these days is making money and hanging with women. That's what they think success is, making a bunch of money and hanging with hot girls, Very lost in my opinion, man. That is not what I like to do. I like to connect with God, and I like to help people grow. I like to read my Bible. I like to, get into the Word and try my best to become obedient and, grow spiritually. That's just what I'm into these days. So just a funny little story, man, I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully you guys can relate, and drop a comment if you guys have any stories like that. We can chop it up. And everybody go check out my podcast as well. I've been saying this in all these videos. I'm trying to get more people over there. If you guys like my videos, I got a podcast. It is on Spotify. It's called Unchained. It's all about semen retention, putting God first, spirituality, self-development, things like that, you guys. If you like these videos, each episode is pretty much like 5 topics. Like this video was 1 topic, So each episode is like 45 minutes long. It's with my boy Spirit War Martin. So go check out his YouTube too, Spirit War Martin 91. And go listen to our podcast, you guys. It's a good thing to listen to while you're at work or running around town, whatever you're doing, bro. You guys like podcasts and you like semen retention stuff and just stuff like these videos, it's exactly like this. So All right, boys. Just wanted to share that story with you guys. Hope you guys had a good day, putting God first, staying strong, and not feeding into these Jezebels. All right. Much love, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.